Hello and welcome to Kimcast Art. Today I'm going to show you a cost-effective way to make a brush cleaner. Okay, so if you buy one at the store, here's one right here. It's dirty right here. Let's see, here we go. Like this has been used. But these cost, I don't know, $18 or something like that. They're pretty expensive at Hobby Lobby and Michael's. And what I'm going to do is show you how you can do it. Now all you really need is, say, here's a pickle jar, 24 fluid ounce. This will work very well. Or one of my favorites. This is a Tang container, plastic, very small, but it works very well. What I like about it is it's got a screw-on cover, so you can clean these very easily, and they work really well. And you can use this, either one of them, for acrylic or oil paint. I have a pair of snips, sheet metal cutters, basically what they are. You could probably do it with wire cutters, but it'd take a long time to do it. I also have a pair of needle nose pliers. Regular pliers will probably work. You won't use them very much anyway. An X-Acto knife, only for the plastic one. The one over here, the glass one, we won't need much of anything. And we're going to use a Scripto magic marker. So the first one I'm going to do is the glass jar. And now this, I use hardware cloth, and you can buy this at your local hardware store. This is the 1/4 inch squares that are inside it. You can probably get them to sell you a small scrap piece, or you may know somebody that's got some, and just get a scrap piece. So what you do is, the easiest way to do it is, you want this container to, you want it to round up a little bit. Let me get it here. Round up just a little bit so your brushes will hit it. You don't want it flat down the bottom. It's got to be rounded up. So you make it bigger by basically tracing the outside of it. And I put some paper towel under this one because I don't want it to bleed through onto my other table. So I'm just gonna let it just do a little line here, right around it like so. Give it a little bit of extra. Just get a good idea about where I want to cut it. Cut off some of this excess bologna over here. And we'll put that back. And then I've got kind of a rough idea where I want to cut it. So then I'll just take this cutter here. And I think what I'll do is I'll just cut this off right here. So I have a bigger area. Not like so. Get rid of that one. And then I'm going to trim this off. This is not going to be perfectly round because I didn't have enough to quite get there, but it'll still work. And then I'm going to try to round it off a little bit here. Make sure you can see me. And we'll just kind of follow the line. I'd make it a little bit longer. Make them a little bit longer than shorter. Now this is missing a little spot right here, but it'll probably still work just fine. So then what I'm going to do is, I'm going to open the jar, and I'm going to bend this down from the middle, and this way you want your pliers. If you get any of these little parts sticking out too much, you can bend them down a little bit like so, so you won't jab yourself in the fingers. Done it many times. It's not pleasant. Will draw blood. So I just bend them down, keep going all the way around, just bend them down like so. That way you're ensured to get that bump up in the middle. And you want it to fit in the jar fairly tightly, but you still want to be able to get it out to clean it. Because when this jar gets full of all kinds of crap and stuff, you want to be able to take it out. So then what you do is you can just kind of check it, and I can see right here, it's a kind of a bit long over here. I think I'll trim a little bit more off. About like so. Okay, and then just kind of bend it in and then push it down all the way down to the bottom. You want it to bend inside. You might need something a little bit longer to poke in there to get it to bend in. I'll use the back of this like so. And as you see, that's all there is to it. Just let it bend in there. It might be a bit long, but it'll still work just fine. Let it bend down some more. If it doesn't want to sit all the way down, you may have to trim a little bit more off. And I think I'm going to trim this one just a little bit more. So we'll just pull it back out. I know about where it is, where the trouble is. And I'm going to trim a little bit more off. Like I said, it's bigger. It's better to have it a little bit bigger than smaller. A little more there, and we'll go ahead and put it back in. And hopefully it won't turn over on you. Push it down. Find something to push it down in there. About like so. In there. You're all set. There you go. One brush cleaner. If you bring your brushes in there, you'll see the brushes will go up against that wire, and that's how you want it to clean. Right up against that wire. Perfect. Okay, so we got that one done. Now let's see what we can do with the tang one. Now the tang one's a little bit harder, which we'll use an extractor knife, or you can use a pocket knife. I usually use my pocket knife, but I'll try this one first. We'll take the cover off, and if you can see on the top here, it's got like a dome on it. Well, we want to cut that very first line. It's a little bit difficult to do, but you want to stay on that first line, on the very top. So take your extractor knife and start cutting. And I don't think I want to use that. I'm going to go ahead and use my pocket knife, because it's probably a little bit sharper. Get a good cut started in there. And that one's not too sharp either. Well, I might switch to my extractor knife now that I got started. But we just go ahead and follow that line very carefully. Just stay right on the top. Get a little bump on the top, it won't hurt it. The idea is you want to be able to, you got to open it more here, because if you don't, you'll never get that screen in. So you really need it open, just like that. You can always trim it off a little bit here and there, whatever. Just a little. You can even sand the edges if you want to. I don't. You don't really need to. So now you got just the dome, and it's discard the dome. Then you can take your knife and just cut this piece off here. It's just a piece of plastic that says tang. Take it off, discard it, and you get just like when it's like when you bought in the store. Okay, now we'll do the same thing. We're going to put this one down. I use the corner. I get it close to the corner if I can, because I like to be able to save some, so if I need some for something else, or if I want to make another one. So you do the same thing. Follow it around your magic marker, so you can get a little bit of an idea where the cuts are going to be. It's going to be a little bit difficult to see, but you can still see it. You can see where the little dots are. Take your cutters and just cut it out. And I'll make it just a hair a bit bigger. I like to have plenty of room there to bend it. About like so. And this one over here, looks like about right here. About like that. Maybe a little bit more off right there. And that looks pretty good. Okay, so you go ahead and make sure you got your little tips down. You may need to use your pliers. I just use my fingers most of the time, but if they're real sharp, I'll use the pliers, no problem. Bend it down. Bend it down real good. Just keep going around it. It'll be a little bit bumpy in spots and whatever, but it won't hurt it. Main thing is you want to make sure it's got that dome in there so that you can put your brushes up against it, and the sediment will go underneath it. The higher up that dome is, the more sediment it'll hold. Go ahead and kind of bend it in and drop it in, just like so. And there you go, a nice brush cleaner. You can use it for acrylic or oil. Alrighty, now, got a cover, we'll put that on it. I thought I didn't put my sound on for a minute. Scared me to death. I've done that before already. This is a new camera. So we're still getting used to things. But anyway, I hope this helps you. It's a good way to make and save some money and make your own brush cleaners. And everybody gets jars free, basically. Use the jars from pickles or grape jelly or anything, whatever it takes, and then you can make your own brush cleaners and save yourself some money. Have a good day, and I hope this helps. Leave comments, please. Subscribe, like, share, and we'll see you the next time. Have a good day.